Welcome to the Boyz Night podcast with me, Nick,
and no one else
and
because it's 2 a.m.
on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, on Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone, and probably a Happy New Year because it's probably the last recording we're doing of 2019.
Let's do a hard transition into what we're talking about so we can get it over with.
Yeah, before I fall asleep and face plant my head into this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
What do you think was the highest? It was the highest grossing American film this year. Do you want to take a wild guess?
Definitely not the newest Star Wars. I can tell you that. Oh, I'm sorry, because everyone still goes out in droves to see shit. So
what do you think it was?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking follow movies as much as you do.
It was Endgame, dude.
Yeah. I got a funny story about Endgame. So I saw it late. Very late. I mean, I saw it like a month or so after it came out.
Right.
So
was
in this
there?
dinky theater. No.
I remember.
Everyone had already seen it. Like all of our... you and the rest of our friends had already seen it. I was late to the party, and so was Nicole, because she was nice enough to wait to see it with me. So we finally went to go see it, and we loved it. And then I went to go see it.
When you went to go see it, and then you went to go see it?
Shit, I'm already sleep deprived. I was just saying how I managed to end up seeing Endgame. I do have a funny story though about another time when I went to go when Infinity War was out, and that was the hot ticket movie. I went to go see it with an old friend of ours, and I don't know if am I spoil should I do spoiler alert for
spoil
Endgame?
Everything.
Yeah, fuck it. If you haven't seen Infinity War, it's been spoiled already for you then. So where everyone gets snapped away, and everyone turns to dust. There was a fight that broke out in the theater that I was watching it in, and I presumably
who was fighting.
It just seemed to be this group of people that was sitting. They were sitting they bought up the whole row for everyone in their posse, and it just seemed to me, just by the timing and the context of us watching that specific scene of Infinity War, that they got into a fight of oh, how bullshit it is that favorite hero of theirs got snapped out of existence, or that they thought oh, that wouldn't happen, that they would just come back by the end of the movie and they wouldn't do some weird and then continue it in Endgame. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to watch a fight break out over a Marvel movie.
What happened? They just stood up and
there was a bunch of yelling. And then I looked over. Then fists were being thrown, and then there was a bunch of there were a bunch of parents sitting around them, I guess, and they were there with their kids, and they were just come on, are you fucking kidding me? So then the parents started getting involved, and then it all just somehow simmered down, and then everyone shut up for the credits, or clapped for the credits or whatever. It was just a weird thing. And then the people who got into an argument earlier, they stormed off, and they drove angrily out of the parking lot from the movie theater.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
For my Endgame experience.
Yeah.
I remember for some reason I had trouble. When did Endgame come out? Was it the summer? No, it was earlier in the year. It was
I think it was
spring.
Spring. Yeah.
It was in April. It was in the April. And I remember I had trouble seeing it. Not physically seeing it, but getting myself
to go
find
to go
time
see the
to
movie.
go see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that being weird. I remember maybe I was working, maybe people were seeing it without me. Stop crinkling your bottle, Nick. It's very distracting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to talk about Endgame.
Talk about
Most important film of all time, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm trying to seriously, I'm completely serious here. I'm trying to talk about Endgame.
All right.
So I went to this. So I ended up going to this backwoods movie theater that I'd never been to by myself.
As you do.
I
As
went
a
there
single person.
late too.
You saw like a late night showing?
No. Like I walked into the movie late. Like the beginning had already started. Like I missed the whole opening Hawkeye scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know where he's with his family on the farm.
Yeah, and they just all like disappear.
Yeah, spoilers. I missed it. Imagine
Who fucking cares? It's been out. It's been available on disc and digital. Like if you haven't seen it, whatever.
Yeah, so you can imagine me like walking into the movie theater, sitting by myself in like the back corner next to like a family, and like it was just very strange. I parked like
way too far away
15 minutes
from
away from the theater, and I like sprinted over.
You weren't able to find closer parking.
And I recall the price was like impressive. Like I was like, oh yeah, I only had to pay like $5 because I saw it at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, you saw a matinee showing.
Yeah,
which is always the cheapest one.
In like a backwoods movie theater.
Yeah,
I don't know. I remember being like, yeah, this is good, and then I saw it again. I think with people.
You saw it with everyone else.
Why did I see it by myself? Maybe I saw it before. Maybe I didn't have trouble. Maybe I saw it before everybody because I didn't want to wait for you people.
I don't know, man. I think everyone was like...
I just wanted to hurry up and finish watching Marvel movies.
Yeah. Well, I remember that during that time, I mean, me and you were having conversations like back and forth before Endgame came out. Of just like how just it's getting like oversaturated with like we understand, like we both understand that it's in this whole like, yeah, we got to make a movie universe and we're like the most popular, you know, movie universe out there, but it was getting kind of like, I mean, it seemed like every other one that they were doing was like, at least up until that point, I mean, like me personally, like I couldn't stand like I didn't finish seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the only one I haven't left out, but I heard was good. Like I couldn't stand.
It's the only one you missed?
Yeah, that like
really?
I really wanted to see. I
saw
Captain every other
Marvel. You saw
Black
Panther.
I somehow sat through Black Panther and Captain Marvel, which I think
are Black Panther.
I can't. Well, that's
maybe I don't get that movie, but I really think it's very bad.
I think the special effects in there are some of the low. I think that Captain Marvel and then.
We had 3 Marvel movies this year. Do you realize that?
Spider-Man was fucking good.
We had Captain Marvel in March, followed by Endgame, and then this summer we had Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, 2 of those movies are good. Only 2 of them. The Captain Marvel was not fucking good. I didn't
bother to see that in theaters.
I saw it later on, like
people were like complaining about some stupid thing with like Brie Larson stealing a bike or something in the movie. I don't know.
There was a bunch of like cat jokes, like I looked at
people getting offended and like,
I mean,
there's a cat in it. Like they
it's like a running joke in that movie.
Isn't there like a really pathetic way that we find out that Fury like got his eye ripped out? Sam Jackson got like his eye ripped out or something.
I forgot because it's such a nothing movie to me.
This year I think I enjoyed the DC movies better. Shazam and
so fucking
and
good.
Joker. Here's the thing, like looking back on Joker, I care about it less and less. And that's not to say it's not good. I just don't happen to care about it very much. It could be because it's a superhero. It's not really a superhero movie. I don't know.
Thankfully, it's really
I like it. I like it.
It's
good
thankfully
enough.
It's thankfully not too.
We saw that together with everybody, and I remember we came out and we were like, both of us were like shell shocked about that ending. It was a really good movie. I don't know. The next time I'm going to see it, I just don't care.
I'm definitely getting it. I don't know. I did like it. It seemed like because they had all the DC movies up until, the exclusion of like, I want to say Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman was kind of dark at points, but like, excluding Shazam definitely, because that was like trying to be like more so like everyone's involved and we're not doing dark tones and like literally dark scenes every 2 seconds. I felt like when they set out to make this like darker, like with take on the DC characters, that's what they were leading up to. They wanted to make all the movies like Joker, but like have them be dark in like a good like tonal way, and just have it still be like a structurally like a good movie. And they finally, like, it only took them since 2012 when they made Man of Steel, and they finally fucking
I feel like a good dark movie is not just, obviously it's not just something that tries to be dark. Yeah. It's something that is dark because of its themes, its messaging, and its twisted characters.
Which that's what Joker was literally the whole way through. Really? I found it to be, at least.
I don't know. I don't know. Did I enjoy Joker more than Shazam? Yeah. But I really did enjoy the hell out of Shazam.
Yeah, no, Shazam, if you haven't...
Did you see that in theaters? Did you see that with me? I saw that with Sarah. She wouldn't stop laughing like a hyena.
I definitely saw it. I know I definitely saw it with Nicole, and then we were like the first ones too. Like, we were excited. We were like eagerly awaiting the 4K Blu-ray release so we can fucking own it.
See, the thing about like seeing a movie with Sarah, and when Sarah listens to this, I wonder what she'll have to say about it. Is that like every time something happens, she's like ha 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 ha, and you have to be like, all right, Sarah, like calm down. She's the best person in the world, but she's like, you have to like calm her down after every joke. I have to like hit her with a bull tranquilizer after every joke. And it wears off just in time for the second one. Did you see? We saw it Chapter 2 together.
Yeah, we did.
There was lots of Sarah ha-haing in that one too.
There was a lot of I'm really glad I don't know how I feel about that one. I think it's I
wanted to like it more than I actually did. But
yeah, I think it's always just that half of the story that's just like kind of bullshit, in my opinion. I mean,
the first one better than the second one?
I'm not saying that they're bad movies. I'm just saying I think always that second half when they're adults is just kind of, it's a lesser interesting. I mean, this version of it made it the most interesting that it probably possibly could be. Also had a very amazing cameo by Stephen King in that, where he
you thought that was amazing. I remember
I thought it was a pretty funny cameo.
I think Jerry
he made some nice in jokes towards himself
when he showed up on screen. Jerry was sitting next to me in the theater. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we should have like annotations from when all these people showed up on like what episode at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I'll just keep flashing links to every episode everyone was in.
Yeah, you should do that every time we name drop them. Just put put a link in there.
Everyone that we mentioned, all their episodes will be in the description.
But every time
I'll cynically gain more views that way. Haha.
Excuse me. Every time time I was gonna do the Sarah bit again. Whenever when Stephen King, back on track. When Stephen King, when Stephen King showed up on screen, Jerry was right next to me, and I heard him like audibly go like, "Oh, come on!"
like he couldn't have it with the cameo. He was just not about it.
He wasn't about it. I liked Pet Sematary better. If I'm gonna go with Stephen King movies this year, Pet Sematary was way better.
I have a really weird.
We saw that movie too, right?
Pet Sematary. No, we all saw that together.
Was that the one where my girlfriend at the time yelled at you?
Yes.
She walked down the aisle and yelled at you, right?
To move my seat
because Sarah wouldn't stop talking, or something. Or she got no. Sarah was like talking to me about something, and she got pissed.
And meanwhile, I'm sitting there next to Nicole, and then which I paid for the tickets, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I then got yelled at to move my seat, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not moving."
I'm so tired of this assigned seating nonsense. I'm really bored of it.
To be fair, I don't know, for something like those big movie releases, I do like going to like the AMC thing, and then it's like you have a nice, like, fuck it, yeah, of course, like you reserved the better seat, you know, you're gonna get it. I like when it's something like that and it's a movie I really care about. I enjoy having that.
Man, you get there early, you get a better seat.
Fine, whatever. Well, that's what I'm saying. Not every theater does that. So there are like the theaters like the one I went to go see Endgame at, where it's like, yeah, I mean, I saw Endgame like late when it was about to leave theater, so I had the whole theater to myself pretty much. But no, yeah, it depends on what movie you're seeing, I think.
I saw. I didn't see Midsummer in theater.
You showed me half of it, but from what I saw, at least, you
gotta
really good.
You gotta watch.
I gotta own it. Mm-hmm. To go back to
it's one of the better films I've seen this entire. That came out this year.
To go back on Pet Sematary for a second, because I just want to give my 2 cents in on it. I really do love the original, at least certain aspects of it, and I love the newer film as well. I just there was a few things that I think just one did better than the other. I just think the whole CG with her his daughter getting rammed by a truck just looked really bad. I liked that.
I feel like it's made up for though with the
it's made up
with
for
the
with
dead
what
sister
happened.
scenes.
Oh yeah.
Those are so good.
The dead sister scenes with Zelda in the new one
mm-hmm.
are so much more unnerving. And don't get me wrong, the original one is still unnerving if you watch that one still. It still creeps you out, but it's so much more the experience. It almost made me feel like the first time I played Resident Evil or something like that, and it's just such a gut wrenching a sense when you see the just the better effects in that scene too, with the contorted back of Zelda and everything like that, and just fucking the actress who had the with the voice and everything. It's just, if you're not used to that type of stuff, you will shit your pants at that scene. I guarantee you that. Though
and Lithgow was great. It's always good to see him. He doesn't get to do enough.
Yeah, John Lithgow was. Yeah, no, he's in a lot of stuff. I just and I feel like I should watch more of it because I do genuinely enjoy him as an actor.
I didn't get a chance to see that Trump Sucks movie that he did. It was a year or two ago. Probably 2 years ago.
What was it a?
No, it was somebody. So it was Selma Hayek or someone comes to dinner and he's a nasty old man that's a evil conservative or something, and then she argues with him. I don't know. I didn't see it, so I can't really explain it. Just well.
One room type of movies, or
I don't know.
Because that sounds like it's a. I mean,
I don't think it's a one room movie.
That sounds like a type of thing where it's like that one classic movie that.
Yeah, I can't even criticize it.
Yeah.
I am, but I can't even criticize it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I saw Burn this year.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so nobody did. I can't talk about this movie with anybody, so I'm going to explain to you what this is.
Please do.
All right, so
please do.
The plot of this movie is pretty amazing. It's not amazing at all, but the trailer intrigued me.
It's amazing. It's not amazing at all.
Yeah. It intrigued me because it was a gas station. They had this creepy music, and there's a gas station, and Suki Waterhouse, who I've never seen in a movie before.
Mm-hmm.
She's she looked like she. I recall the trailer didn't have that much dialogue, and it was set up that Suki Waterhouse is a mentally disturbed gas station attendant
mm-hmm.
who gets robbed by Josh Hutcherson, and then she kidnaps him and puts him in the back room at the gas station, and she's trying to burn herself on stuff in the trailer, and I was like, this seems interesting.
It really puts the burn in the title.
So I didn't see the movie in theaters. I saw it online
mm-hmm.
illegally.
Yeah, just put that out. The fucking asshole. I swear to God.
And Nobody cares.
You know what?
And,
Like everyone, we all know everyone jailbreaks their Fire Stick. It's the only reason everyone buys that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and it was I don't know. I probably should have just seen it in theaters, but I didn't bother. It's like a movie that I don't even think got that wide of a release. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this movie, but the trailer looked interesting, so I watched it, and it was so disappointing.
Oh, like it just didn't go anywhere.
I was so unhappy with what was provided to me in terms of movie.
that
I had to like sit there for a few minutes and be like, darn.
I really wasted my time with this one.
Yeah, what a shame, man. They have like the Asian guy from Glee, and he's like a cop. And there's like I remember there's like a guy that really wants to get coffee, so he's like banging on the gas station door
for coffee,
but they locked it so they could like deal with Josh Hutcherson or something. Or Suki Waterhouse like locked it so she could deal with Josh Hutcherson. Mm-hmm. And then like she like unlocks it because the guy's like really mad because he wants his coffee, and he like comes in and he's like, "Where's the whatever coffee?" And she's like, "We don't have it," because she like broke it over somebody's head. I think.
Oh, like
I saw this movie like when it came, like 5 months ago or something.
Yeah, because you really went on a coffee tangent.
No, it came out in August, so I couldn't have seen it 5 months ago. But and the guy like comes up to the register, and she's like crying because he's really mean, or she's like stressed out, and he's like, "I just wanted my coffee," and then leaves. At least that's what I recall. That scene could not exist, but.
So I don't know if you ever had the chance to watch. I'm just gonna tell you a movie I saw this year. I actually saw it on Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I saw the. Was it
The Fanatic?
No, it wasn't Poppycock the movie. I saw fucking A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the new Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was a really like nice, uplifting movie. Though I feel the better like Mr. Rogers like recent media to watch though would be the Won't You Be My Neighbor documentary. It's a lot more in depth than this movie. Though this movie does really get in depth on this one journalist friend Rogers had. Even right up until the end. The guy's actual name is like Jared Vogel or something like that, but they call him something else in the movie, but it's based on the friendship he had with this journalist that made he like wrote for like something like Time magazine or something like that, but they made like a Mr. Rogers like article, and it was like the front cover, and he was like at first skeptic about doing an interview with Mr. Rogers, and then they just become closer, and you get into more and more of the journalist's like backstory of like he has a troubled like past with his like estranged father and everything like that.
Yeah.
It was a very nice like I needed something uplifting on Thanksgiving, and it totally like fit the bill for that. I saw that with Nicole, and we just like it was like a great like just date movie to go see, and it just like it made you feel good. It just really made you feel like, you know what? Yeah, life is worth it sometimes.
Yeah.
What else did you see this year?
I saw the trailer for Britney Runs a Marathon with the sound off.
The fuck is Britney Runs a Marathon?
You remember she's the secretary in Workaholics?
Mm-hmm.
She was also in that movie with Scarlett Johansson that's a ripoff of Very Bad Things.
Yes.
Jillian Bell.
Yes.
That's her name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
She runs a marathon, I think.
Oh my god, I remember. That's no. That's clicking. That's like ringing a bell with me right now, because I remember I remember seeing that, and I was like, at least the trailer or whatever the title of it, and I was like, that's a pretty fucking stupid title. Just Britney Runs a Marathon. We're just saying observant.
The only thing I remember from the trailer is her like pathetically running from one side of the screen to the other.
Oh yeah, I think they used that a
How
couple times in the
hysterical,
TV
dude.
spots. Yeah.
How hysterical. We saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark together.
Yeah, that we saw because I bought the the steelbook for that.
What a disappointing movie.
Yeah, especially
I
because
was unhappy with it.
there were a couple scenes that were unnerving, like the one kid in the hospital, and he has those like big white like
Oh, the visuals
monsters.
are
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's Guillermo del
love
Toro
the
for those who don't
visuals.
know. Yeah,
It was just kind of the writing that was a little like, oh.
yeah. It was just like, all right, well, it's gonna they all get saved because they released the ghost's ass or whatever at the end, and
Yeah, it was like
they're fine.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I saw.
Well, that's what made it, I think, like upsetting to me. I don't know if you felt the same way, because what made it upsetting to me was, yes, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is still like in the same. It came out like also in the same vein and era as like Goosebumps, but it was a lot darker. Like reading those things, like Goosebumps was like still like it got you.
I didn't read it because I grew up in an evangelical Christian household, so no Harry Potter. No Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I have to show you the Harry Potter movies still. No Goosebumps.
Just white walls, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I read it because you didn't have a library at school, at least, to read it.
No, I when I had my time, I found my ways, but
so I mean, I haven't read this book in like forever, but I just remember it having a overall, like, it was a lot more sinister and darker than even like the best and like scariest Goosebumps stories. So I don't know, because they just kind of took like the best stories, but just merged them together to go along with this like planned out narrative that they had. Mm-hmm. And they used some like the iconic stories in the movie. It was just kind of like they just kind of put it together. It was like, yeah, it was kind of like that Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, but it was actually supposed to be like a lot more spoopier. If that's what the kids still say.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's 2 a.m, man.
I saw so around like the beginning of the fall. Yeah. I was scrolling through Hulu, and I saw a movie called Body at Brighton Rock.
Yeah.
And so let me tell you a little something about this.
Yeah.
So I saw this movie, and it was like one of the worst pieces of garbage that I've seen all year.
Yeah.
And it was directed by Roxanne Benjamin. Mm-hmm. And nobody knows or cares about Roxanne Benjamin, but I'm gonna one day I'll make them care about Roxanne Benjamin, because she's something to behold. She was the producer on those VHS horror movies. Do you remember? They were like anthology horror.
Oh
movies.
Yeah.
VHS.
They're not that good, but there's like a few in the first one that are kind of okay.
And she directed some segments. Horror segments for like these anthologies called Southbound and XX.
Oh yeah, XX wasn't that good.
And then she made it. Yeah, now you're seeing the pattern. And then and then this year she came out with Body at Brighton Rock, which stars a bunch of actors who haven't acted before,
which is always a great sign.
And like a really terrible story.
Oh God!
And it was so bad that for credit's sake, I was made to take a gender studies quote unquote class in in college, and I decided to write my final paper on this movie,
on just how bad it was.
Yeah, and I got a B+.
Oh, I remember you showed me the trailer for that, and it's just the girl who's like the park ranger. I showed the whole
class the trailer, man.
Oh God, how'd they enjoy that?
How'd they enjoy that? I turned it off, and they thanked me. Bird Box came out again this year, except this time it starred Stanley Tucci.
So let's who cares? So let's talk.
They called itself The Silence, and it was about bats.
So let's talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which we actually
Except it wasn't Bird Box. What I meant to say was
in silence.
What I meant to say was.
I don't know. I don't know what you're pointing at me like that for.
I want to go home, man.
You are home. I'm the one who has to drive home still after this.
What was the what?
Fuck it.
What's the John Krasinski movie that came out? Like
A Quiet Place?
Yeah, it was A Quiet Place, except this time
with bats. Point. Yeah, except this time with bats.
Hellboy came out. It was terrible.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out, and that was really fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I just watched that in the privacy of my own home.
Alone in the White Walls.
Yeah, and it was the third time I saw that movie. I saw it twice in theaters, and despite the fact that Lung, who isn't here right now to argue with us, thinks it's a bad movie, I happen to think it's a great movie.
I think there was like only the one or two times I felt like it dragged on a little bit.
Did you ever ask Long why he doesn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, I'll ask him in person or once. The next time that I'll ask him next year on our next episode. I'll just
don't do that.
Blow off.
Yeah.
I'll remember to ask him.
I asked him once, and he said, and I quote, "'Cause nothing happens."
All right.
Did you see Under the Silver Lake?
No.
I saw the beginning of that. I recall a lot of people having sex.
What other movies did you see?
I think I was watching Under the Silver Lake. I saw Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile a couple times.
What was that movie?
That was the one where Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy.
Oh yeah, that was a great fucking little Netflix movie there.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was like a new way of doing the typical serial killer movie. I mean, I think the best serial killer movie of all time that isn't Silence of the Lambs is Cloverfield Killer.
That is a great fucking movie. If nobody's seen that, a lot of people don't know about that movie.
Nobody knows or saw that movie, but it's so good. This. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to watch it a million times, but it's not bad. And I think it's one of the better entries in the Zac Efron filmography.
They really make him like, I don't know. He really did look like, especially like in the later scenes where he's like doing the interviews and from jail and everything like that. They really like fucking, you felt him like become like he was really trying his best to emulate Ted Bundy.
Did you see Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, you saw that with us.
No, I saw the end of it.
Okay, I thought you saw that with us. No, I went to go see it with Nicole, and I was pleasantly surprised that, oh my god, they fucking got a video game movie right. And I didn't play the original Detective Pikachu game on the DS,
right,
or on the 3DS. But I feel like if you watched this movie, you didn't have to do that. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do that. I just remember before, like, the only thing that happened before this movie came out was I just remember everyone was pestering Danny DeVito to be Detective Pikachu, and we got the greatest response back to that ever from DeVito himself saying, "What the hell is a Pikachu?" Which was very fucking hysterical. Let me tell you.
I could tell you're really amused by that.
It made me laugh.
You want to describe the movie Booksmart?
Oh my god, yeah, we fucking...
The movie with Jonah Hill's sister and what's her name face.
That's a really weird movie.
You want to describe it?
Yeah, it's super bad, but with girls.
You want to describe your story of seeing it?
Yeah, so... One, it's super bad, but with girls. Two, I walked in on it, I think, like, halfway through the movie because you were already watching it when you called me over to, like, hang out. I think it was the halfway point. It had to have been. Because we were getting close to, like, the grand, finale, like, party that they were going to go to and, achieve all their goals of, like, the one, Jonah Hill's sister, I forgot her name. Whatever her character's name is, but her character fucking the guy, and then there was the girl who was her friend, who's lesbian, who was trying to get with this other girl, And then we find out that both of the people that they're... Beanie Feldstein, all right. So we find out that both of the people that they're interested in, these two characters are interested in, just end up, like, fucking each other in the pool at this party. And then, Beanie, sees that. She gets upset. The other girl is still thinking, like, they get into this massive fight, which kind of meandered on, and I think the film knew it meandered on too long, because they literally cut out the audio to play this, like, dramatic music throughout it. Which, I mean, I was kind of happy about, because I didn't want to hear that bullshit any longer. And then they have a scene like in Superbad where Jonah Hill accidentally, like, passes out and makes Emma Stone's nose bleed. Except Beanie throws up on this other girl that she starts hooking up with at the party. Like, they're about to go down on each other, and she just, like, the nerves or whatever, she just fucking vomits on this other girl. It's just, like, the most awkward fucking thing.
Getting so amused.
It's just because it was funny. Like, you're supposed to feel bad, and I did for like a second, but it was just it's just fucking funny, because then she's like, you know what it made me laugh, because it really reminded me of, like,
Superbad.
No, I mean, the whole movie reminds you of Superbad and makes you want to watch it.
Is there, like, a random girl that keeps, like, showing up in scenes?
No, that's the girl that she goes down on that one scene.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, must have checked out.
Yeah, you did check out.
Oh, I checked into that mental institution.
Yeah,
That's
you should fucking check in again. So the whole scene is funny. She's like, oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, get the fuck out. Like, I have to shower now because you vomited on me. So, and then it doesn't, like, she's already in a bad spot. And then the other girl finds out that, he hooked up with the other girl, and then they fucking go off to college, and they wish each other goodbye. It's the same ending as Superbad. It's just, whatever, except it's just them two instead of the two characters getting with the people who they were romantically interested in.
Who directed that movie?
What, this one?
Yeah,
Booksmart?
The one you're currently talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
You know who did it?
Booksmart? No.
Olivia Wilde.
Alright. Well,
I saw the trailer for Being Frank.
Good take on Superbad.
Good take, dude.
Good take on Superbad, Olivia Wilde.
Good take.
You say it one more fucking time, I'm gonna kill you.
I saw the trailer for Being Frank. You know about the trailer for Being Frank?
No.
This is a movie with Jim Gaffigan, and, like, the trailer
he has two families, right?
Yeah, and the girl, like, follows him home, and he's got, like, a second family. Did you see that?
Isn't that his son that follows him home?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's his son that follows him home.
Was the son effeminate?
No.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
The fuck?
I don't remember it. I saw it, like, the beginning of the year.
I saw, because I saw it, like, on there. I saw Toy Story 4 with Nicole as well.
Yeah. We don't talk about animated movies that often on this.
Wonderful
show that
75
people watch,
yeah,
allegedly.
What do you mean? What are you gonna make it sound like they're, like, just fuck off? All right. I mean, so it was the movie, like, I don't know. Toy Story is I think it's, like, a very important, like, movie fucking franchise. Especially the first one was, like, the first fully feature film that was, like, computer animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna shit yourself now?
I'm really trying, man.
To poop your pants? Okay. And so we saw the movie.
Yeah.
While you're trying to shit your pants. And you were just doing that the whole time in the background of the theater. You kept shitting your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And And
you were telling the story. Go on, keep trying to tell the story.
It was I really I really thought they couldn't make me cry after Toy Story 3, and I really bawled my eyes out at the end of this movie.
That's freaking awesome, dude. I saw Dora in the Lost City of Gold.
Oh, fuck off.
With Sarah and her sister, and Nicole, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Also came with us.
Wow. Yeah, fun there.
Were you guys dating again at that time?
I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
So...
It's been like since September this time. I don't fucking know. Now we're going to like do my personal life and how I fuck up at everything.
So
if that wasn't already
I saw
self-evident.
Dora. I laughed a little bit.
Didn't you tell me there was that great scene where she does the thing like from the show where she's like, "Oh, did you see the blah blah blah?" And then her parents are like, Who are you talking to?
I like sat back in my movie theater seat. Like I sat all the way back, and I was just like,
as back as as far as it can go before you hit the person's legs.
Exactly, and I just like leaned my head back too.
And you're like,
went a little farther, and then I just went ha,
Oh, you let out.
I blasted one out.
Yeah, out of your ass, like your poop. I don't give a shit, man. It's like 2:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
What else did we see this year?
Did you see Tall Girl? Yes, you did. You saw
oh my
it with
god,
me.
yeah, no, we saw Tall. So, Tall Girl's a movie.
I don't know, man. You could just there's like
no, it's fucking no. We're gonna talk about Tall Girl for like a hot minute here.
We could talk about the laundromat.
Shut up! Nobody fucking watched that. No, did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, shut up. So we're gonna talk about Tall Girl, and which
is a movie people did watch.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that whoever watched it. I'm fucking sorry. It was a shit show.
It's okay, dude.
Fucking piece of shit.
No,
it was fucking horrible.
Because the whole movie can be encapsulated by the one scene where Griffin Gluck
don't
show. No, I'm gonna explain it, dude.
Shut up. The best scene of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
You could explain it afterwards because I'll remember
explain
everyone's
the same
name.
Scene afterwards.
Yeah, fuck off. And
just explain it, dude. I'm really
the only worthwhile scene of this movie is it's like it's very John Hughes feeling.
Right. Yeah.
Is where this fucking kid carries all of his shit in like a crate.
Yeah.
That he just like has one strap with, and he just like carries his shit around.
Right.
And it's very obvious, like 2 seconds into it, after introducing this character, that he has a crush on our Tall Girl.
Right.
And at the end of the movie, they finally get together. Yeah, no shock there. But the way they do that, like where they like kiss and everything like that, and you're supposed to be like, oh, fucking finally.
Yeah.
It's actually because me and you were both like, all right, that was kind of smooth. Because he's like, do you want to know why I was carrying this crate around the whole time? She's like,
dude, we didn't say, oh man, that was. Is that what you said?
No,
I was
both
too busy
said that.
howling with laughter.
No, it was really funny.
Ridiculous that was.
No, you were.
So anyway, this kid in the movie. He's played by Griffin Gluck, and he's got.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's got like a milk crate that he's carrying around, and like at the end of the movie, he's gonna like kiss the main character. And he puts it on the ground.
I was just about to say
He puts it on the ground.
Yeah. He puts it on the ground. He shits. He shits his pants because that's what you're doing right now. Yeah, howling with laughter. Oh my god, the audio fucking capture is going insane. Yeah, so he gets on the milk crate and he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." They're about to, and then they finally fucking kiss. But it's the line. Shut up! It's the line before that really got to us and is making Dillon. Dillon's crying right now. So before they kiss, he's like, "Do you want to know why I was carrying this milk crate around?" And she's like, "Why?" And then he's like, "So I could do this." So then he just gets up and then he kisses her.
Because she's tall.
yeah, guy. Because she's tall.
You know what I didn't see? Frozen 2.
Nobody saw Frozen 2.
Kids did.
Oh god, I heard there was
and Chris Stuckman did.
Okay. Well,
Did you see anything Shia LaBeouf did this year?
no. Who the fuck cares?
I do. He's great. I love Shia LaBeouf, dude. Did you see American Honey?
No.
He sells magazines.
No, you show me that one scene of... Wow, he sells magazines. No, you show me that one scene where... He actually, no, he does do a good... Like, have a good performance in that. Based on that one scene you showed me.
Yeah, did you see Harriet?
No, I didn't watch Harriet.
My mom saw Harriet. She told me to see it. I didn't see it.
Wow, man, really rebelling against your mom.
Yeah. Did you see Motherless Brooklyn?
I really wanted to watch that movie.
I saw that with a friend that wasn't you. I thought it was good.
Thanks for not inviting me, fuckhead.
Yeah. I saw The Irishman. Saw that in my own house.
I watched...
By myself.
I watched by the way, great movie. I saw The Irishman over 2 nights at Nicole's house.
Nice.
We literally powered through, I want to say, the first, like, 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then we finished, like, the last, like, whatever, half hour or whatever left we had.
So now I'm going to talk to you about
finishing
Waves.
with that.
I'm going to talk to you about Waves. So I saw this movie called Waves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Waves?
Uh-huh.
Ocean.
Yeah. It has, what the hell's his name? It has,
Anus Linger?
Yeah. No, it has, the kid who played the brother in mid-90s, and the nephew in Manchester by the Sea. And it's
Both
got
of which
Sterling
are
K.
movies I didn't
Brown,
see. Yeah.
who plays Randall in This Is Us.
Fuck. All right.
Wait, excuse me, I'm talking.
Yeah,
So
I'll wait till you're done.
Waves was a movie I saw. It was directed by the guy who did It Comes at Night, the movie where nothing comes at night except disease. And
Yeah.
and what was I talking about? You're laughing, like, really distracted me. Oh, Waves, yeah. So I saw the first half of the movie with Jerry in a movie theater far, far away in the next town over.
In the galaxy?
Yeah, and that's what I call the next town over, the galaxy. And because I'm a nerd. And I
Yeah.
and I what was I doing there? Oh yeah. So I saw Waves.
What was I doing there? Oh yeah, I was watching this movie. I said the title of 5 times.
Yeah. And all right, so getting serious though, like let's kick it into
let's get into serious gear at 3 in the morning.
Let me pull this car into reverse. I thought the beginning of the movie was like every single movie that I'd ever seen that was like that. You know, like there's a kid, and his dad's like mildly abusive.
And his mom is okay.
He takes like some drugs, and then like, you know, he goes on like a spiral, you know, and they like spoilers, he kills somebody.
Yeah.
And that like, oh geez, I saw that
he
movie.
pulls a 180 and
What's
kills
so crazy
somebody.
is the movie doesn't end there. That's only like half the movie.
Really?
Yeah, and this is the part, like, so I walked out.
You walked out of this movie?
I walked out of Waves, which might shock people, to go take a piss at the like midway point, because it was like, all right, well now they're gonna be in court, and if I walk back into this like room
and I see
and I see this dude, if I see this kid talking to his dad because he's like in jail, if I see this guy talking to his dad on the other end of some one of those like glass jail,
and like through the phone and everything.
If I see that, if I walk back into this theater and I see that, I'm going to like walk out permanently. Unfortunately, I didn't have my car with me, so that meant I would have had to like sit in the lobby or something. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know, if I walk back in and I see that, like, I'm not sitting through this thing. I've seen this movie like a million times. I just saw it in my head. So, but then didn't happen. At no point does that happen. And like the rest of the movie is like his sister meeting somebody. Mm-hmm. And the two of them like kind of working through their stuff together. It was almost like the first half of the movie was set up. The price of admission was the back half of this movie, by far. And I will probably see it again.
There you go.
It's nothing like It Comes at Night. But it wasn't it's not my favorite movie this year. It's not even on my list of favorite movies that I've seen this year, like top 5 or whatever. But it's. I was happy that they decided to switch gears after getting the movie that I'd seen a million times out of the way in the first half.
Yeah,
that was the last thing I saw in the theater.
I saw Jojo Rabbit this year.
I wanted to, but I had midterms or finals or something.
Sucks to be you. Anyway, it's weird saying that, oh yeah, I saw an uplifting movie about, like it was a coming of age film about a young Nazi boy. Mm-hmm. And like, I ate up.
Be very careful.
Yeah, and like, it was... Well, because the trailer threw me off. I was like, this is a joke, right? I almost thought it was a trailer like the ones you would see in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Like, just the like, over-the-top bizarre. I was like, are we really making, like, a satirical, like, coming-of-age about Hitler and the Nazis? Like, is this what we're doing? And it's a fully, like, star-studded cast, too. Scarlett Johansson plays the kid's mom. The kid, this is his first acting role. I forgot his name. Sam Rockwell's in it, which Sam Rockwell kicks fucking ass. And then Taika Waititi, who directs it, is also playing Hitler. In those, like, he's thinking of, like, what Hitler would tell him in these, like, little, like, oh, it's his imaginary friend type scenes.
Right.
It gets it was a really, I don't know, it was a really good film. It definitely had, like, some, like, serious moments in there, too, which I was expecting, given what time period and what they're, basing the movie on.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, like, comedic elements in there, too. I don't know, it's weird saying there was, like, uplifting comedic moments in a movie about Nazis. It's really fucking weird saying that. Yeah. But it genuinely was a good... coming of age film. They had great music in there. They put the German, like, all the music they had in there was German. They even put the German version of Heroes by David Bowie as, like, the main, like, trailer theme, and also, like, the ending, like, song, like, leading into the credits and everything like that. Right. So just even sound design was amazing in that movie. Yeah, definitely a worthwhile film if anyone hasn't seen it yet.
I saw a bunch of other films, especially on Netflix, that probably matter in the grand scheme of things.
Like Tall Girl.
No. Just like Tall Girl. Like Dolomite and The Irishman. I think I mentioned that. The Irishman before. And I loved all of those movies. Dolomite was so good. It was written by the people that made that The Man in the Moon. Or Man in the Moon. And... Larry, The People versus Larry Flint, all those, and
those type of films.
Yeah, no, it was very good. I highly recommend it. But I think we need to really end this on something very important, a movie that'll last forever.
Yeah, what movie?
In the Tall Grass.
That was a. It was like one of the few Netflix originals. It was probably, like, very well worth it if you have a subscription to the service.
One of the few Netflix originals. It's very well worth it. What is this? Why does everyone say that? There's so many good Netflix originals, dude. What is this? Why is this?
You anger me so with what you're saying right now. You're telling me that you think there's, like... Are you trying to say
a decent amount of good Netflix originals?
Yeah, this is one of them. That's all I meant by that. Most of Netflix's originals are trash. We're talking about In the Fucking Tall Grass.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I like Patrick Wilson. This movie, like, disappoints me the longer I get away from it.
How so?
I don't know. I feel like it just could have been cleaner.
There definitely, I think the pacing could have been a little bit better in some scenes, but
it's all from, like, a writing perspective. Nothing else was that, like, the acting, the cinematography, it's all good.
Very suspenseful.
The editing was good, very suspenseful, blah, blah, blah. Very suspenseful. But I think
Yeah?
I don't know. The movie just story could have been cleaner. And it's that is a rash that keeps growing on the movie, and the longer I get, like the farther away I get from the movie, the bigger the red. It's like ringworm. Like it just,
which you also had this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just festers, you know.
Yeah. Pretty gross, too.
Shut up. My ringworm is none of your business, dude. It runs its own business.
Yeah.
So you want to end it?
Could say that.
It's gonna be a long video.
Yeah. Merry fuck me. Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
We'll see you next year if we don't decide to make something for next week.
We'll see you next decade. That's how we end it. That's how we end it. I'll make a fart noise, and that's how I fucking end this shit.